Welcome to What If Sunday Morning, Phyllis and Lee. Phyllis, what's the Bible verse for this morning?
Matthew 11, chapter 28th verse. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest.
Now, what does that mean to you?
God is just telling you He's there for you. Give your burdens to Him and leave them with Him, and He will give you peace.
So rest is peace, right?
To me, it is.
So why do we so often take our burdens to God and take them back with us?
Because we in the flesh want to control everything.
Have you ever gone to God with your burdens, Phyllis?
I always do.
First of all, do you have any burdens?
I have a lot of burdens.
Can you describe one of your burdens you went to God with, Phyllis?
When your children going left field and you try to get them to go straight field, and just give your children to God.
When you say your children are going left field, can you give a description of going left field?
Regarding decisions making, be if it's school or professional, as far as jobs and everything, even dealing with people, because one of our daughters has a close friend, but our children are used to small surroundings, not large surroundings. And her friend had a gathering and had a lot of people because her friend is intertwined in a lot of activities and a lot of groups. Well, she kind of pulled back on some of the pictures that were taken because she was not comfortable with the people she didn't know. So I think it kind of upset a friend because of that, and now they're not talking. So, and I tell her sometimes you just have to just pull back from people because y'all have to come to an understanding of each other and say she doesn't mind large gathering. You, on the other hand, prefer small gatherings. And it's all getting to know people because, like I told her, your friend has other friends like you have other friends. But that doesn't mean that other friends are going to be your friends. So you have to respect those boundaries.
And you are exactly right, but it's called growth. Like you said, it's growth and understanding the situation. Like I said, our children went to a small school. I went to Stacks Academy. And like I said, though,
They went to Soulsville.
Soulsville, which came from Stacks Academy with the recording.
Well, they all intertwined together.
Okay.
But even when it came to schools, our kids gravitated to much smaller entities. Now, I was shocked when Amber went to the University of Memphis, which was larger, but our kids always gravitated towards small because, as I say, they only know private daycare, then they advance to charter schools. And anybody that knows charter schools, they only have a couple of grades, maybe most 4 grades, 4 classroom for each grade. So it's very small compared to the traditional school setting.
But the one thing that I get from that, for that small school setting, you still have a lot of students there that have a different personality because by Soulsville being in the heart of South Memphis, that they had a chance to intermingle with a lot of different personalities.
They do. They did. They enlighten the kids on different things. They would take them on weekends to Broadway plays. They would take them hiking in Mexico. They expose the kids to a lot because a lot of the foundations of the teachers there came from different areas of the United States, just not only in the southern background. So they expose the kids from South Memphis, Raleigh, East Memphis to a lot of things.
And let them know it's more out there than just
here. In the city. Yeah. Yes.
But Phyllis, about the burdens, right? Like I said, your burdens, right? Do you have burdens about our relationship?
Every relationship has burdens. It's what you do with them. It's a process. We had to learn as we gotten older. Our walk with God has become a lot closer. And I tell anybody, it wasn't overnight. And when I say I give my burdens to God, I give it to Him and I leave it with Him.
Go ahead, finish.
Because that takes a toll on you mentally and physically.
Why are people ashamed of having relationship issues?
I don't know. Because everybody know the world ain't peachy, so why would you think your personal life be peachy all the time?
So, I hear people talk about their relationship all the time and everything, right? And they said, well, my relationship, hey, we good, we good, we good. You're gonna find out days later, weeks later, that they was going through a rough patch, and they was ashamed of the rough patch they were going through because they thought by them being in church and knowing the word that it gave them a path. They're not supposed to have those kind of problems, so they hid those problems. So why do they get in their own way sometimes?
Go back to the flesh and pride. People don't think that's a spirit of pride. It is.
My thing is, fellas, if they in church setting and they know God, why was it so hard for them to take their burdens to God and leave them there?
Why not? One thing about Christians that I have found out when it comes to personal or things in the flesh, they are the worst. Number one, they're so judgmental. And that's why they try to hide stuff because they want to seem so uprighteous, but yet they the one giving hell, taking hell, and everything else.
You seen it firsthand, I guess.
Oh, I've seen a lot firsthand.
So have I. And the thing about it, as I gotten older, I learned to call those things out, and I call them out in a respectful way because when you give your burdens to God, like we always say, right? You must leave them there. Now, have I taken some of my burdens back? I've taken a lot of them back and found out that hey, I was the wrong person to deal with those burdens. So, fellas, could you give the listeners and viewers something to carry them the rest of the week?
Everybody goes through trials and tribulations. That's a part of life. How do you respond to them? You say you have faith. I'm going to my Christian brothers and sisters. You said you have faith in God. Not only say it, act upon it. Be an example for your fellow Christian brother or sister that hadn't got to the level or the relationship level with God like you have, as you claim. So I tell anybody, if with your walk and your talk should match, that's it.
Well, thank you for that. You knocked out the park that time. Well, all the time. Thank you for listening to What If Sunday Morning, Phyllis and Lee. We want to let you know that, hey, no matter what you're going through, we can guarantee you one thing, that it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the What If guarantee. You have to add God to your diet. And I promise you everything will be okay. So we're found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man, the white beard, smiling and profiling, finally realizing that, hey, God is always there. Have a blessed day. And please find time, make time to tell God. Thank you. Thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you.